A lot of times we'll walk into a laundry room and we'll be called on a machine that we know is broken or down, but we'll look at the machine next to it and we'll hear water running through it. Guess what? The water valve is leaking by and no one is paying attention. We see leaks on the machine. We see chemicals dripping on the back of the machine. With those chemicals coming out, they're not sealed. Now you've got very corrosive detergents, alkalis, bleaches that are all mixing, and now they're getting on components. They're ruining motors, they're ruining belts, literally eating through stainless steel. And so you walk in and you see mounds of that. So if people would just pay attention to their machines, of looking for leaks, listening to the machine, and understanding that, just don't push start every time, but actually pay attention, then the machines will kind of tell you what's wrong and visually tell you what's wrong. The most importantly, let's start with dryers. Dryers obviously we're drying, and so we get lint. And lint buildup happens, it's hazardous, it can cause fires, it gets into the venting system, and fires can happen through the vent. So, if you can vacuum out your dryer once a week, just get the lint off it or blow it out of there, that's the best. The washers, again, there's usually some fans on them that might have inverters that need to be cooled down. Those just need to be cleaned so they get nice airflow. But just look for leaks, look for something that's not in place. And then on the dryers, we recommend at least quarterly, if not every 6 months, is to pull the fronts of the dryers off, vacuum around it, vacuum out of the burner tubes themselves that all get that lint buildup. That is probably the number one cause of service calls is airflow restriction. And the machines are smart enough, if the airflow is not proper, airflow switches aren't pulling in, they won't ignite. They won't turn the burners on because they're saying, hey, this is wrong. This is not what it's supposed to be, because you don't want it having an issue of flame going into something that could cause a fire. So just some real basic maintenance of keeping it clean will go a long ways to keeping your equipment running trouble-free for a long period of time. Two things, water valves. Water is very corrosive, as we know. There's all kinds of, calciums in them. There's, water isn't just pure. And because of that, water valves, because they open and close and they operate, eventually will wear out, will stick open, water will continuously come through them. So replacing the internal guts of the water valve to make sure that that's operating properly is fairly easy to do. We have a service school that we have here annually. We bring our customers in and we show them these basic repairs, how to change a water valve, drain valves. You wouldn't believe the things we found in drain valves. We found false teeth, we find butter knives, we find forks, we find pocket knives. You go through the list, it's amazing what we find, and the drain valves will not allow that. Gravity drain valves versus a pump, which you have for residential. So it opens up, water falls, then it closes. And if it gets restricted where it can't open or close, then typically something's in the drain valve. It's easy to get to, but a lot of people just want to call us. So we don't like to come out and do something super simple that you can do. We know it's expensive for us to come out. If we can help you save $1, then we're a better vendor and long-term partner. So we'll help you do that. And when you have a real problem, we're happy to send our seasoned service techs out.